Hello, this is Zastra of the Kipper system, here with the first entry in a new series that we're doing, which is based around discussion, having a two-way conversation about topics. I will talk more about the series itself at the end of this video, but first I'm going to bring the topic of discussion for today's video, which is the question: would it be good for friends to challenge each other more? Growing up, and especially in recent times, we've noticed, at least in our experience, a culture of not challenging, of sort of being, of valuing agreement over authenticity between friends, and of sort of valuing friendships as being something that is not stressful over other kinds of meaning that friendships can have. The video looks weird. I think it's the screen protector is making the camera look weird. I'm not sure why, but it looks kind of cool, and I don't know how to change it, so I'll just keep it. Anyways. It seems that, in a lot of cases, friendships have come to be, to have this expectation of being a sort of place of solace and respite from the general stress of the world, because the vast majority of humans, no matter what you believe, the world is a stressful place right now. And there's a lot of things going on that you disagree with, that you're worried about. And so friendships have come to be expected to be these spaces for stress-free interaction, not getting into heavier topics, not pushing each other's beliefs, questioning each other, not challenging each other. And it's definitely nice to have that. Sometimes it's good to go somewhere that is relatively stress-free, to have a space you can go that will not be too challenging. Sometimes you need that respite. You need that rest. But it feels like it is missing out on a large part of what can be very meaningful about friendships, to sort of always to be avoidant of these ways in which we can challenge each other and have perspectives that clash. It's also indicative of sometimes a kind of enmeshment. That is to say, a sort of relationship which is lacking in boundaries, where agreement is more valued than authenticity, and disagreement is somewhat discouraged or even villainized. When we challenge each other, we are able to show each other new perspectives. We put each other in positions that we wouldn't otherwise be. And so you get to see the world from a new perspective, which can be incredibly vital. It can also show you a strength within yourself that you didn't know you had, or sides of yourself that you weren't aware of. It can be incredibly vitalizing sometimes to be challenged. And a relationship that excludes challenges over time progressively becomes more and more stagnant and restrained, and sort of everyone ends up feeling kind of quietly ashamed about their authentic selves. We think that that is definitely not a good thing. You know, we think that it's good to be loving towards your authentic self, and to be able to be honest and open with who you really are. That's not to say that necessarily you would go out of your way to create challenges for your friends, although in certain relationships that can be good as well. In some relationships, like teacher-student relationships, that is even an expected part of the relationship. But more so about not shying away from, not avoiding being challenging when something about your authentic self, your beliefs, your desires, whatever it may be, would be challenging to the other. There's also a balance to strike here of, not pressing them too much, not challenging them too much in spaces where they're already stressed or not ready, there is such a thing as a challenge that you can't handle, whether in a particular moment or in general. And that is usually ends up being a bad thing, to be challenged in that way. Though, again, looking on the other side again, there is also value that can come out of failure, and even being... Okay. Storage space ran out. Had to take a bit of time to figure out what to delete to free up space. Now it's past 6, and it's November, so that means it's dark out, and mosquitoes are here. But I basically finished most of what I wanted to say for the main point, so I'll leave that there for now. But I do still want to talk about the series itself, so here's that. So this is kind of something that we've been wanting to do for a long time, not exactly in this form, but we've thought for a long time about the power of discussion, of the back and forth sharing of feelings and perspectives. We think that, like, the ability to do this is accounts for the majority of what seems like different about the minds of humans, because it creates a feedback loop that basically allows you to get closer to a real shared truth. And also, I mean, it helps you to learn about yourself and about the universe, the multifacetedness of the universe, and exactly how unique and not unique your perspective is, and all sorts of things. It's a very it's a very vital and powerful thing. Just a second. Okay, anyways, we feel that, you know, what is valuable about us when it comes to our what we can contribute to knowledge, to learning, to a better, more harmonious and enjoyable world for everyone to live in. A large part of what is valuable about our presence there is our perspective. And that is also a large part of what is valuable about your perspective. Your presence is your perspective. And so we want to hear from your perspective. We want to learn from it. Just a second. Anyways, we want to hear from your perspective. We want to hear your take on this idea and any of the many other ideas that we would like to bring to the table in this way, which we have a lot. We think that having a discussion about it illuminates all sorts of different sides of the issue, deepens the understanding of everyone involved, generally just brings attention to that thing, and, you know, it helps us to have a meaningful change and, I guess, evolution of how we think about these topics, how we think about whatever thing is being discussed. And I mean, from a young age, as long as we can remember, we've, for the most part, preferred, like, sincere conversation and discussion to, like, small talk or entertainment. And we just, you know, we feel like we don't have enough of that, enough sincere discussion in our life, or in the spaces we go in general. So this is our way of trying to inject that kind of thoughtfulness, that opportunity for a discussion. This sort of thing is something that we would have really appreciated when we were younger, so something we're doing now. So yes, please take that question, listen to our take on it, or don't. But, you know, go to the comments, write your own response, write how you think about what it means for friends to challenge each other or not challenge each other. and how to find healthy relationships in that regard. Of course, you don't have to respond in the comments either. You could also make a video response if it strikes your fancy, but you know, we just want there to be a discussion about this thing and about other things that we will bring in the future. It is a series. We are going to be reading and responding to comments. If it feels warranted, we will make another video response, considering, comments that have been received, and we'll see what happens. We are going to generally try and wait until the discussion of one topic has mostly died down to start up another discussion on another topic, but who knows how long that might be. It might be, just this one episode on this topic is all we'll make, or we might go back and forth for months, who knows. So yeah, that's this series, that's this idea. We hope that it promotes thoughtfulness and sincerity and authentic conversation from the heart of feelings on this topic. And don't I'd say don't be intimidated. Don't feel like you have to have like a PhD in this thing to comment on it. We are deliberately choosing topics that we think are able to be like generally related to from most humans' experience, and or those with a human lifestyle who may be non-human, such as us. But regardless, these questions are going to be coming from a philosophical place where anyone can consider it and give their thoughts on the matter, and it will be a helpful contribution to the conversation. So if you have any thoughts at all, don't be shy. Share them. You might be surprised at how valuable others might find them, or what conversations might come from them that you didn't expect. So we hope to hear from you. The theoretical general you of anyone watching this video. We hope that this series gets very, I guess, popular, for both selfish and unselfish reasons. We would like to make a living as artists, as creators, and popularity certainly helps with that. And also, we would just like for there to be a general awareness of the topics we would like to bring, which is semi-selfish, and a general shift in culture towards more honest discussion about things, is not being seen as like a inherently stressful thing or a scary thing. It can be really great, even when you disagree about very heartfelt things, very vital things, it can be a really, really vitalizing and enjoyable thing to discuss something with someone. And we just want to bring that to the forefront. Admittedly, it's something that we struggle with ourselves, to have discussions about, have genuine discussions about contentious topics. We've, for a very long time, been very conflict averse, and it's hard sometimes for us to even just say how we feel, but being on the internet makes it easier because we have time to work through our feelings and then respond. So hopefully this will be good for us too. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Hope to hear from you again. We will be posting more in the near future, most likely after this unplanned hiatus of sorts that has been going on, which you can look at our second channel, Cockroach, to hear more about that. But for now, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Take care, be well, good luck in your adventures to come. Peace be with you. Goodbye.